Now, on a rising scale, most teams in America at the high school and collegiate level, and professional level, they are verbally, most teams, not every team, unfortunately, most teams are verbally all in. When the team gets together, they put their hands in the middle, and it's 1, 2, 3 win, 1, 2, 3 championship. Most teams say the right things from a standpoint of saying they are on the bus or in the boat, whatever metaphor you want to use. Most teams say they're all in. Most individuals say they're all in. Very, very few teams have the next level. You could be 100% verbally committed, but certainly not 100% physically committed. Very, very few athletes and very, very few teams are absolutely 100% physically committed. And what does that mean exactly? That means that if your life depended on it, you couldn't work any harder in mandatory practice. Now, how few teams actually hit that 100% mark in practice? Well, one is extremely difficult and very few do it. But even if you're the type of team that's in the upper 90s in terms of percentile, in terms of your physical commitment, while that's admirable and while that's way above average, your commitment is never complete. You can never be a true championship contender unless you have an element or an amount of emotional buy-in. And this is always the very hardest component of commitment. And why is it that hard? Is because I can be verbally committed to a task and I can be physically all into a task or close to all in to a task, but to actually emotionally be fully on board, to be on that bus, in that boat, and I'm saying I'm all in, I'm emotionally all in, that comes at great risk. That comes at great cost. See, I can be physically close to all in, but never truly buy in emotionally. And unfortunately, I will never ever get my team to where it needs to be unless I've got a degree or a high degree of emotional buy-in. And let me explain that for just a few moments. They say that our ego and our self-esteem is protected second only to life preservation. They say the number one goal of the mind, number one goal, is preserve our life. Preserve our life. The number two goal of the mind, right behind the number one goal, is preserve our ego, our self-esteem. Now think about this for a second. The second we emotionally commit to something, to say we're all in, we care about this one goal so much, we actually risk the devastation of loss and not actually achieving that goal. That's a scary thing. But please understand this about true commitment and true championship contenders. They are all in verbally, they are all in physically, and they are all in emotionally.